Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Zaynashae. I'm going into my second year of the Accelerated Nursing Program at U of T, and today's video is just a quick recap of my first year. And I found a couple questions online that I can kind of answer to kind of give this video some sort of structure, because honestly I have no idea what to say. My first semester started mid-September. That's when our program starts up. We always start the week after Labor Day, and we started online, so all of our courses were online. We had both asynchronous courses and synchronous courses, and we also had a lab. So that lab took place in person, and we also had clinicals. Clinicals also took place in person. So just our courses took place online. I found that experience to be okay. Obviously, Zoom University had been going on for a year and a half at that point, and so I was used to being online, and I kind of had my flow, and I didn't mind it necessarily, because you know, you could get up and go grab a snack during class, and you could, you know, go to the washroom without disturbing anybody. So I didn't mind it. I also didn't love the fact that I wasn't able to meet new people in my program, except for in lab and in clinicals, which I really depended on because of the fact that we weren't really given an opportunity to socialize with each other otherwise. So first semester was good. A lot of people ask me how hard nursing school is, and truly I don't think it's necessarily hard. I just think there's a lot of content that you need to know, which makes it hard. Like, the content itself is not hard, it's just how much you need to know. That's what makes it really hard, especially depending on what your background is. If you come from a more arts background, then there's obviously a lot more that you need to kind of know, whereas if you come from a more science background, it might kind of be like second nature to you. Our clinicals in first semester were geriatrics and mental health, and I loved both of my placements. I won't necessarily say that I see myself in either of those placements, but I had a positive experience at both. I loved my clinical instructors there as well, and I was able to use them as references, and will do so when I need them. I thought that my first semester was, I would say, a 6 out of 10, a 7 out of 10. Again, there's a lot of information that we needed to know. There was so much time that needed to be allocated to nursing school in the first semester. Not that like I didn't think that it was going to be like that. It was just, it was so packed, and I can't even imagine what it would be like had it not been a pandemic, because that travel time was then taken out of the equation. So I had more time to do work, had more time to do those lectures, and had more of a structure at home, and the only times I needed to leave my house was when I needed to go to lab, as well as when I needed to go to clinicals. I don't know what it looks like in a normal year, but I am kind of grateful that we were able to do online courses with it, because it made it more digestible, and it made it easier to get used to. Yeah, so 7 out of 10. I would give it a 7 out of 10. And then my second semester, we had a semester that went from January all the way until June. That, wow, it was long. Like, I had done summer school once before, and it did last until the end of July when I did summer school, so May to July. But it was something about staying in school from January all the way until June that really had me going. By the end of it, I felt some sort of senioritis, some sort of, I'm so tired, I'm kind of burnt out, but I made it, I'm fine, we survived. But it was hard. Like, it was hard to just keep going, to like keep that motivation going. And so I would give that semester a 7 out of 10 as well. Again, like, these ratings are based on the fact that like there's a lot of content that you need to know, you know, and there's a lot of time that you have to spend studying, and the exams and the assignments and the clinicals at the same times, and the lab, like all of those at the same time make it hard, right? And so that's why I would give it a 7 out of 10, but also loved every single experience, and I love what I'm learning, and I love the content, and and I also love the people in the program as well. So that's why it's still a pretty high rating. In terms of the second semester clinicals, we had mother and baby, adult acute care, and pediatrics. And out of all three, I enjoyed mother and baby and pediatrics the most. I feel like that's a general consensus, but I also could be wrong. Loved it. I also really enjoyed adult acute care. I also really enjoyed the hospital I was at. I've actually enjoyed all the hospitals I've been at, but I really enjoyed the actual units of pediatrics and mother and baby, and I definitely see myself possibly going into that when I graduate, but we'll see. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. And yeah, it was a great experience. Again, the clinical instructors were great. It was a lot, especially in the beginning after our Christmas break, for a holiday break. It was very overwhelming. I don't know why. It was just everything came at once. Like all of our project was due. We had 2 midterms. We had pathophys, all of these things going on that made it very overwhelming. But then you kind of get the hang of it. And then by May, you're only in 2 courses. And yes, although you're only in 2 courses, you're tired. You're very tired, and you're very ready for the summer. And that was the exact sentiment that I had. But I made it through. I'm okay. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I have nothing bad to say. And our second semester was in person by March. Like January to March was online, and then by March we were in person. It was fun to be able to finally get out and just hang out with friends, hang out with people that you met through your courses, through clinicals and labs, study after class, and work on projects together. It made the experience that much better. In terms of kind of activities I joined in on, I did volleyball. I played like 3 games or 2 games, but I hope to do more next semester. I also am the I guess now senior director of communications on our student council as well. I did a trauma-informed care workshop for my classmates with a group of mine. And yeah, like another thing that I wanted to do a lot of is just to participate and to just be a part of something while I'm in nursing school. And yes, it made life a little busy, but it made it fun, and it made it an experience. And not only can I say that I made friends from it, but I was also able to add things to my resume as well, and just be able to participate in something that I was very passionate about. I also worked during the semester, during my year in nursing school. I still continue to work for my previous job that I worked last summer, and I do 10 hours a week. I make videos for them. I look at website UI. I create infographics, and so it's a work from home job, which made it very easy to do with nursing school, because I was able to kind of make my own schedule, which I highly recommend that if you are looking to work during nursing school, make sure you find an employer that is willing to work around your schedule, because it will change constantly. And so as long as they're understanding, then I don't see why you can't if you want to work. You also do not have to work if you don't want to. You also have the opportunity of doing clinical externships as well, which obviously they understand that you are a student and that comes first, and they all are very, very accommodating with that as well. And yeah, I made some great friends. I really enjoyed the program. I'm so excited to see what's next and what the program looks like in second year. I heard that there's less exams and there's more projects, which I'm kind of excited about, and I'm excited for our placements as well. If you could tell any student some advice about first year, what would it be? Take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. You're going to look at your syllabi and you're going to say, wow, there's an exam coming up in 3 weeks. There's an assignment due in 2 weeks. One day at a time. Make your to-do list for that day. Get what you need to get done. Do not spend your time worrying about what's coming up, because, oh my gosh, you will be worrying for 10 months. Just take your time, because it's going to go by really quickly. And the only way in my head to be able to slow yourself down and be able to succeed is if you actually just focus on the day that you're on. Slow down. Take it one day at a time. If you could describe your year with one song, what would it be and why? Crazy wake up! All in all, I am really enjoying this program. It's a lot of work, but I went into it thinking it would be a lot of work, so I expect nothing less. If you are going into the program or if you're applying, feel free to DM me at Nursing with Z, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. If you have any other questions also and you would like to comment them down below, you can do that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to upload another video this month because I am still off. And yeah, all right, bye.